Hi, welcome to Gasco Sea Talk. Today, we are very glad to have Mr. Thomas Fischer, Non-Executive Chairman MANN+HUMMEL, as our guest. Founded in 1941, MANN+HUMMEL is a global leader in filtration technology. The company operates in three business units: transportation, life science and environment, filtration materials, focusing on developing intelligent filtration and separation solutions. Its product portfolio includes fuel, oil, and air filters for internal combustion engines and industrial applications, as well as filtration solutions for electric and hydrogen-powered vehicles. As a family-owned company, MANN+HUMMEL also provides air and molecular filtration technology for vehicle interiors, building manipulation, industrial application, and clean rooms. Welcome to China. I know the company for many years, but I'm not very clear about what's happening now. So can you give us a brief introduction about the core business of right now?
Yeah, MANN+HUMMEL is a filtration company since over 80 years, and we started as a filtration company with mobility and as a textile company. We did clothes because the filter and textile was very close, but then we focused on filtration and specifically on automotive filtration. And in Europe and in Germany, automotive was the growth industry, so we were very, in this case I would say, lucky to be part of the automotive industry and to grow, and we are globally. We are now the biggest automotive filter manufacturer in the world. We offer filtration solutions in every part of the world for transportation solutions. Even here in China, we are very glad to have a very wide presence with not only Western ventures, but with Chinese local manufacturers. And now additionally, and that is very exciting for us as well, we say filtration is not only for cleaner mobility, but for cleaner water, a cleaner environment, for cleaner buildings. And one of our last partnerships where we are expanding is we have acquired a company called UAir here in China, and we are now in the filtration for semiconductor plants and data centers, which is another growth area here in China. So we feel we are very appreciative about opportunities we have globally and especially here in China.
So here we are in the Shanghai Auto Show 2025. What innovative products, solutions, technology are you showcasing here?
I want to start. The showcasing here is a result of a decision we made a while ago. We moved our headquarters for new energy vehicles to China. I think we were one of the first automotive suppliers to have the new energy vehicle headquarters in China.
Yes.
And the passenger car business for MANN+HUMMEL is run out of China as well, because China is dominating the passenger car, not only the market, but the future developments. And what we try to show here on the Shanghai Auto Show is how we are partnering with battery electric or new energy vehicle manufacturers here in China to offer solutions from them. Let it be a filtration solution against the smoke of the battery. We help to have a better cabin by offering intelligent cabin filtration solutions, which is energy savings as well. Or we go into the drivetrain to help for smart suspension. So it's our product for battery electric vehicles, and getting these products at least maybe not smart, but part of a smart system.
Yeah, and we see that the society actually is dramatically changing. Industry, the same story. There is emerging technology, demanding requirements, and also restructuring of all the business and the competition structures. So for a company, if you want to maintain the leadership of an industry, what you should do and what you have to?
We have to continue with innovation, and we have to learn from the Chinese because what is exceptional, now we are here in the automotive area in Shanghai, the speed with which you develop new products, with how fast you offer new innovative solutions to the consumers. that is something where, if you come from a European world where we were used to 24 to 36 month cycles, and now we have to be between 6 and 12 month cycles, that's a learning which is very helpful for us. And we, with our Chinese team here, who show us how we can gain speed, we learn a lot of this speed. The second thing is we need to put more efforts into digitization of the product, of the processes, out of the collaboration with our customers and our suppliers. So for me, it's the speed and the digitizations are the two main learnings, because, and it might sound arrogant, in filtration we still have the best know-how, and we will continue. And our research and development capabilities in filtration materials and other things unbeaten by any other filtration manufacturer. But if we can combine speed, digitization, customer orientation with our filtration technology, then I think we have a very good future.
Yeah, that's a very good point about the digitalization, because with the intelligence development of the vehicles, I think either the passenger vehicle or commercial vehicles, actually the OEM demands more and more real-time data and to do the management, either the safety or efficiency. So can you share more insights about the digitalization of your products?
Yeah, and that is a data exchange, as you say, with our customer, because we have sensors in our products. We know about the energy consumption. For example, we take now a cabin filter. We have developed a smart cabin filter where we even can take the CO2 and the humidity out of the cabin. So when you don't need to bring in fresh air and you can use the air in the cabin, you don't need so much energy because you need less heating or cooling. But to make this optimal, we need data from the car manufacturer who has data about the cabin, CO2 levels, humidity levels, and the comfort, and we manage how our filtration system is working with them. This kind of integration, or you mentioned heavy duty, to know when a filter has to be exchanged, because you want to have 24/7 availability of your construction machine or your harvesting machine or your truck, and we can tell you have to change the filter in the next 24 hours, and we provide even the filter at the right time to the right point. Then you can have a seamless operation, and this kind of things is where we focus on.
Yeah, and I think that's very helpful to monitoring every current condition of each car.
Yeah, it's the monitoring of the condition, and that is something which is very interesting for us to have help with predictive maintenance. Yes, maybe in 10-15 years you don't need maintenance on cars anymore. They run for 200,000 kilometers and then you put them into the
second-hand recycled.
Exactly, but this to give the best condition for the driver or the passenger, and the predictive side, if we can master this together with our customers, then we are very optimistic.
For the powertrain path, I mean the technology actually diversified. We see the combustion engine, also the pure electric battery, and also the hydrogen, and also hybrid. Do you have changed your product portfolio to catch up with different methods?
Yeah, we have expanded our product portfolio. And it's very interesting what you mentioned. We even think it's a little bit, there will come more. It will not only be the fuel cell, there will be hydrogen direct injection. I heard that China, as other countries, are involved in producing methanol or methane out of renewable energy, which you can use then in a combustion engine. So we try to be, we are very open. We have products still for the combustion engine or the range extender. We have products for the battery. We help to make the battery safer for the environment and more efficient. It's only helping. We are always helping. We are not the final solution. We have more and more products for the drivetrain, for the suspension, because the ride is getting very important. For the consumer, you want a smooth, seamless ride.
Yes.
And there is still actuation, but there still is a lot of oil and hydro and air, and that are our fields. So from the engine to the cabin, from the drivetrain, we have a lot of new products, and we try to make them intelligent in the way you described, that we can work with the data of the car company and our data and offer a better solution.
There is another, mega trend. It's about the artificial intelligence. It happens and it shaping every aspect, either from society, company, personnel. So from corporate side and the product side, how do you embrace the AI in the operation?
With open arms. No, it helps us on all levels. It helps us in developing product faster. Even more important, it helps us to work with the customer better, to understand the customer better, to collaborate with the customer, to be faster in finding joint solutions and answers. We use AI more and more to speed up the process of developing a new part, because to be able to follow the speed of a Chinese OE manufacturer, we have to digitize our engineering and operations processes, and that is even better with AI. So in all levels of our company, we start using AI, and there again, and that's why we love to be in China. In Europe, if you want to introduce something new, you have to destroy something which is already there and has been there for a time. That slows you down because people always protect a little bit what they have. But here you are so open to new and, hey, let's do this, because you don't have these established structures. There China has a huge advantage. I talk about MANN+HUMMEL China and China in total. But to make use of this and transfer this in other areas and research centers of our operations plants of our MANN+HUMMEL world, that is something we really appreciate.
I think one reason we are so open for the new technology is because of the competition. Because if you want to win here, you have to feel the really intensified competition. So you need something more to help the end user better user-friendly or to enhance the efficiency of operation. How do you view the competition in China?
First, I totally agree with you. Competition is the best driver for innovation and speed. At the moment we have this discussion about tariffs. And I'm a big enemy of tariffs because it reduces competition. Because if you take the American car companies, without the competition of a Japanese or Chinese or Korean manufacturer, they will slow down. And therefore competition is of essence for being really good. And that is, I fully agree with you that China has a huge advantage with this competitive environment. And Chinese are competitive by nature.
Why?
No, I'm fully sure.
Yes. I don't know why, but yes.
Yes, and every Chinese wants to have their own small business. It's great because you are so competitive and accountable. When we walked here, our managing director and CEO of the passenger car business worldwide, Xu Jie, said, we are not only competitive, but if we make a wrong decision, we are able to correct it fast, because otherwise somebody else is taking share away. So competition for us is one of the best things to be fast and on our toes. And as we are an extremely international company, our senior management board is, we have 12 different nationalities in our senior management board, including Chinese. And they love to see this speed and competitive edge here. That's why we travel a lot here to China to learn.
I think we have the spirit of Olympics to be faster, better, stronger all the time.
Yeah, you have. And actually, I want to make use of it. And it might sound rude, but I want to be able, with the learnings I have here in China, to be better than our Chinese competitors.
Yeah.
And we are.
Yeah, I think that's a very key point, because the local company can be successful. One of the key reasons is that they have very strong ecosystem supporting them in China.
Definitely.
But it's really, really impossible to copy the same ecosystem outside of China. Especially you have more than 80 countries, provinces and regions globally. If you can leverage the local resource to global market, I think you have very high possibility to keep the leader For a very long time, right?
Yeah, if you stay modest and if you compete to take it. Because if you get slow and too arrogant, what happened to a lot of Western companies, you see it here in China perfectly in the automotive industry, because then you slow down. But what you describe, our Chinese local competitors here have a very good ecosystem. And it's challenging to compete with them because they are good, they are cost effective. We offer the better filtration solutions, so it's a balance. But outside of China, we have definitely, like you say, our advantages. But we need speed, and we need to understand every Chinese to get outside has difficulties because it doesn't have the same ecosystem, as I say.
Yeah.
But they learn, and they learn fast. And therefore we need to be fast as well, but we have very good opportunities, yes. And that is a huge advantage. You described that BYD comes to Europe and Chery and others, and they come as well to South America, they go to Turkey, they develop all over the world, and we are there. We are able to partner with them. And yes, our Brazilian managing director doesn't speak Chinese, but a BYD or a Chery will find a Chinese-speaking person in Brazil to the benefit of our customers and of ourselves.
Yeah, that's right. I think the language of business is universal to win-win together.
Yeah.
So when more and more OEM come out of China, I think they're looking for the reliable global partner to help them.
And the key word for me is partner, and that is something I really appreciate, that we learn to be partners and to collaborate well, because otherwise in today's world, with today's digital environment and everything being so competitive and transparent, if we don't collaborate and are good partners, we will fail.
Yeah.
And that is a huge opportunity for us.
Yeah.
And that's why you've seen me very optimistic. At the moment, the world is sometimes not so easy. We have a lot of different political influences, whatever, but what you described, that we find international partners and opportunities, that makes me very optimistic.
That's right. I think that's a future trend, and it's happening right now. Because if we only look at domestic market here, I should say the local OEM brands, they take almost 70% market share already. So it's time to go outside, and that's a window opportunity for global company to help them grow together.
Yeah, I fully agree, and it's not only the passenger car side. We see it on the heavy-duty side as well. The Chinese truck manufacturers, they are everywhere already, at least in the southern hemisphere. And if we are able, we are able to offer products, solutions, services in all parts of the world. And that is something which is recognized by our Chinese partners and customers. And that is something we will expand and build upon. Because as you say, and now I come back to the passenger car, here it's 70%, maybe 80% in the near future.
Maybe 2 years.
Yeah, and outside of China, the same will happen.
Yeah.
Because you have good cars, which have good software solutions, which get smarter again and again. And yes, there will be competition outside too. I'm very optimistic, or I hope that some car companies learn to be competitive with China, learning from you. And we still have a very good engineering in Germany, for example. We can do good products. And the Indians want to compete with you as well, and they have a good education too. So I really hope for competition for the Chinese companies, because as you said, competition helps to be stronger. But for us to partner with Chinese globally, that's a huge opportunity.
From your perspective, if the Chinese OEM, they want to be successful outside globally, what kind of issue they should put on their priority?
They still should keep their standardization and their scaling capabilities. If I look in China, you have not very many companies offering operating system solutions for the car. It's Huawei, it's Xiaomi, and then all the others recognize, let's scale and standardize. So the back backbone still should be very much standardized and scaling, where the Chinese are extremely good. And the other is something you have done here very well. Listen to your final customer and what does the final customer want. And that might be different in an African country to a South American country or to a European country. And that makes it complex because you have to have a lot of different cars and individualizations.
Yeah.
You try, or it's starting already here, that you build a car around the consumer. He can select whatever he likes.
Yeah.
And there I don't know how difficult this is in other countries. But if the Chinese want to be successful, you have to accept local and cultural differences.
A lot of things you need to learn. How many years you will be in the auto industry?
I always joke I'm 67 years in the auto industry because I was born into MANN+HUMMEL. I'm the grandson of the founder of MANN+HUMMEL.
Yeah.
But if I take it more serious, after university I started in the automotive industry. Company then called ITT Automotive, now part of Valeo and Continental. The first time I came to China, in this case to negotiate a joint venture with SAIC and FAW, was 89, beginning of 89.
89, wow, that's the beginning of China automotive industry.
Basically, yes. And it was, the whole trip since then was exciting, and it's impressive because I admit when we came, China needed Western technology, but already then we started to collaborate, and those who were partnering better are still here and are still successful. But to see the journey, how the Chinese passenger car industry has developed, that was for me a big honor and a big joy to be allowed to be part of it.
If we look ahead, what kind of key technology will shape the industry, either for passenger vehicle or commercial vehicle, from your point of view?
Yeah, commercial, I keep it separate a little bit. In the passenger car industry, mobility is the key word, not the individual car. Because in urban environments you will find sharing models and others.
That's right.
And so it's the smartification of the traffic. And you still have an individual car, which is tailored. You have your mobile phone, you put it in your car, it's your car. But you don't own the car anymore. So I forget, for me in the individual mobility, the car itself will not be so important anymore. For you, for the end consumer, it will be, let me be mobile and have my means of transport which fits to me. For us as a producer, if a car is used for 24 hours, or if 24 cars are on the road, we still have the same chance to do our business, including the aftermarket business. And we have a very strong aftermarket business, and we are here, even here in China, growing very nicely. On the commercial side, it's this making, and you mentioned all of this in your questions, it's having a 24/7 availability of the truck or the machine with a very good service level and optimizing of the energy consumption.
Yeah, okay. Every time when you come to China, what impresses you most?
The speed, the openness, the competitiveness, like I said. Or I would, in this case, I will not use the word competitiveness, the entrepreneurial spirit of the Chinese. And yes, you are a different culture than a European culture or a US culture. So I'm still learning to understand, and as long I have not got a Chinese culture with a mother milk, so I will always be learning. But this spirit that you can conquer the world is a little bit a hard word, but you are a proud nation full of entrepreneurs. That is something I really love.
Wow, I'm really grateful that you say so kind. How will you evaluate the value of China in the future decades?
China will continue to grow, and it will be challenging because other countries want to get stronger too. Yes, and if you look into Africa, they try to be proud and independent as well. So politics still will be very open, but China is now already in most of the important technologies leading or amongst the leading partners. So China will use opportunities. So we have full trust in China being a good partner in a lot of areas of the world. What China has to solve, like we Germans or the Japanese, is the demographics. Population is going down. You invest a lot in robotics and smart solutions, and that is something, if I see it focused on one point, if China continues to find these smart solutions in a demographic difficult environment, then you will stay one of the leading nations of the world.
Yes, as you just mentioned, in China we also have the problem of aging and the less of the population. So robotics are very popular right now. A couple of days ago in Beijing, there was a human...
I saw it, yeah.
You saw it, it's funny, right?
It's a good start.
Yeah, good start. There were 20 teams of robots. They run together, half marathon together with human.
Yeah, it was great. And some of them fell down in the beginning. But it's this progress. And that is why I love, and I come back to your point of competitiveness. The Chinese said, let's do a race and let's compete. And yes, some will fail, but we get the pressure of competition, and that's why you will be fast. Now, if we get for the robotics, and it combines with AI again.
Yeah.
Because a good robot is only as good as the AI supporting him.
That's right.
And the speed of computing as well. And and we do the same in Germany and Korea does it as well. So China is not alone there. But if we find intelligent solutions to compensate the aging of our society, then because there's a lot of knowledge and a lot of know-how, and this we should not lose. And therefore, this combination is challenging. But I'm very curious, because hey, if China develops good product for aging, I'm not a young person anymore, then I get a lot of help from Chinese products.
I think they keep going, keep trying. It's far from perfect, but we are on the road.
Yeah, and as I said before, you try, and if it doesn't work, this one robot was falling down at the start of the half marathon. But next year, he will be there again with an improved version, and maybe we'll be able to...
You watched that video, right? You watched that video. That's exactly what happened. Many failed. Then they stood up with some maintenance, They kept running to the end. So anything you want to say to your Chinese customer?
Yeah, what I said, and I will repeat it again, we are the partner globally. We offer the best technology. We know we have to always stay competitive on prices, and we will be able to. But together with our customers, we find new solutions for customer demands, and the customer is demanding more and more.
Yes.
You spoil the Chinese automotive industry spoils the customer, because you always offer more. So, but we are the partner to offer good technology or to develop technology together, and we are the partner in all regions of this world. And therefore, I'm really excited on the future collaboration globally and growing the Chinese passenger car and heavy-duty industry. I still admit I want to grow the German car industry as well.
Anything you want to express to your Chinese team here?
They know how grateful I am for them. I always challenge them. The German tendency is you don't make compliments, you give them new tasks, but they always are able to grow with their tasks. Now it's for me amazing, and that is again seeing how China developed. MANN+HUMMEL is in China since the end of the 90s, and we had a lot of expats here, and was a lot of help. Now the Chinese tell us in other areas or help us, or we partner together. No, I'm very proud of the Chinese team, and the best compliment is that a lot of the Chinese managers and people are part of our global organization and contribute dramatically. And they will be growing, they are competitive, as you said, and they want to show us how good they are, and we are learning from them.
Wow, wonderful. Thank you for your time. That's
Thank
really
you.
nice conversation.
I enjoyed being here. And I have to repeat it, even if you cut it out. I love how you dress.
We not cut it out. Please keep that.